Welcome back. Another episode of the FFT podcast. I'm your host, Cool Dex, and I got some special guests here today.
Hey.
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Y'all
thought I was gonna do it. Nah, y'all hear the music.
@_ Shelly B.
Oh yeah, she's feeling it over here.
That's
And
me.
it is your boy Helllllo Yatta here from Yatta Debate.
What? You better put some spunk in your voice. Hey.
And I'm
This
Kiana.
is the dynamic that we have here, though. Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like, so
Hey, you said, what's your name over there?
That's Kiana.
Oh, I'm Kiana.
You said it. Kiana.
Yeah.
Alright.
yeah, and you can find me easily at Helllllo Yatta. That's HELLOYATTA.
And I'm @ _SHELLYY_B.
And what about you, Kiana? Because I don't ever see
What
you
got?
post anything.
What you got?
Well, my Facebook?
Your Instagram.
Oh.
Whatever you got.
Oh, she's the side
Instagram
with
is
not with the
Healer
post.
Bay 888.
Yeah, and I'm on Facebook as Shelly B, but you can't add me, but follow me though.
You can't add me. Why they can't add you?
I got too many friends, man.
You hit the 5,000
I hit
limit.
the 5,000
Got
mark. I don't even
1,000?
know them people.
So you just
That's the thing. We don't never know them people.
That's
on
for
Facebook.
fact.
I don't
But
be
follow
knowing
me
them
though.
But I think now more than ever what's going on is just like, we kind of starting to know these people because we talk and work consistently. We ain't
Nah,
got
I
no
made
choice.
some dope ass friends through Facebook. I'm not gonna lie to you. I made like some really close, cool connections through Facebook.
I won't say they friends. Like, I mean, like,
That's
we
how I met
cool.
Mar. That's how I met Mar. I met y'all like through there. Like,
Yeah, that's where I saw you from when you
Oh,
did
yeah.
the what was the Halloween thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lily?
Yeah, Lily. Yeah,
Lily.
Lily.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
was me.
yeah.
I
Oh,
was-
for real? For
yeah,
real?
that was me.
Yeah.
I was Lily.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh my god. That movie was funny.
What the hell? Hold on.
Yeah.
So
I'm Lily.
Hold on. So walk me through that. I stumbled across that. How did that happen? Because that was dope. I fucked with that.
We sat down and we talked about making a Halloween movie, and originally it was gonna be something different, but when we came down to what it was, it just came out so beautifully.
Yeah,
Like,
personally, like, that's a more
agree.
booming film,
yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like-
you put the accent on it and everything.
I mean, yeah, personally, it just fits, everyone just assumed.
Nah, that park scene had me dead. They was like, "Who you running up on?"
no, for real.
It was like, "Come up correct."
Of course, so he was explaining to me that Halloween is one of his favorite holidays. So he wanted to. What are you laughing at?
You nigga.
You've seen the movie already.
Yeah, it's the turn on, turn off switch. Yo, that's funny. That's funny.
That movie was really
But
funny.
yeah. So what was the process of that? Like, how did it go about? How did y'all reach out to
We
Mar?
actually
Did y'all
shot
know
one
him?
of our
Like-
scenes after our podcast.
Yeah, well, I actually know Mal personally, like from school. So I actually attended grade school with him. Middle school, believe it was 8th grade, and from there we kind of lost touch, but then we reconnected once I started doing the music, and me and him have a really good friendship. So he
Yeah.
always talked to me about doing short films and things like that,
Yeah.
and that was one of his latest and greatest hits. So what is so funny?
I'm trying not to laugh.
I can't help it.
What?
I met Mar on Facebook. I was like, I want to do skits, get back into acting. I tried to like get out of my shell. He got me back into my modeling, so that's why I was like, okay. And then I met
you do
Yatta.
modeling also.
Yeah, I tried.
We
I'm
gonna
trying.
get into that.
Yeah,
We gonna get into that.
I tried.
So what happened?
I tried, but I met Yatta one day when we were filming one of the skits, and then he found out that I was doing a women empowerment, I guess, podcast thing,
Yeah,
and
Ladies
then that's where we
Uncovered.
took off.
Yeah, and I had just started my podcast, so it's just like a whole big
gonna
collective. We're all doing like creative things. It's so funny. I mean, I don't understand what the joke is. Like,
Yo. We gonna be here all night. I hope y'all got time.
I mean, if you want me to
Gonna
go
be
back to,
laughing.
I can go back to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's the on and off switch. Like,
Yo, that shit is priceless.
that's funny. Though.
What on and off switch? I really
It's
don't
like-
know what y'all talking
It's
about.
like it's there. then
Yatta
it's
makes
gone.
British drill music for y'all that don't know.
I don't make
Word.
British drill music. Nah,
You said
I
the
haven't.
music.
I mean, it's not British drill
He
music.
said, "Bugger off" in his songs.
Posh fellow like myself, who could blame me? Quite. Yeah.
Oh man. So when y'all shot the scenes, like, was it all in one day or was it a couple days or like? How
Oh
was
no, yeah, it was a course of like a few weeks. I think it was in the
Like
span
2
of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In the span of 2 weeks, yeah.
Yep.
So we shot a lot of the day scenes, like in the first week, and then like the later week, we shot like pretty much like the finishing touches. Things
Yeah.
that we had to like incorporate, a lot of people in. So
Yeah, because when I saw it, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is hilarious. Now that I know that you Lily, that's funny. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, I was Lily.
Yeah, so we just try to cast incredible talent, and Shelley, of course, during the debates at the time, really like expressed herself, and it was just like this just seems like the perfect moment.
And was that your first time doing like a film or acting or?
Well, with Shelley, I've actually been in other short films and more, 609 Boys, and then I did like a voiceover when we were up in Upper Derby for Laquita Scales. I think that was called Unconscious. So,
Unconscious.
And I was doing the British voice in that one. So, yeah, quite honestly.
Well, that was my first short film that I filmed, but it wasn't the first one I've been in.
And y'all edited together, or was it? Did he do how was that whole?
Yeah, that's more strictly.
Yeah,
that was him.
Yeah.
We just threw in our ideas. That's it.
I hate editing. It's atrocious.
Yeah,
but I also did the skit with Mar with Dubai as well. I don't know if you've seen Dubai. That was my first skit.
I don't think I saw that one.
Oh my God, you got to check out that one.
What was that
my
about?
very
What was
first
that about?
skit. Me going to Dubai. He took me to the Dubai over there. The old anchor.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Had me pull out a
not
passport.
Dubai the country,
He
not
took
over
me
there.
to Dubai the
It's in the town.
restaurant. So yeah, that was it. I was like, oh my, and my reaction was crazy. I was like, what the fuck is this? So
yes, Mars really is the skit man, and we go to.
Yeah, because I seen a couple on his IG. He has some funny ones on there. I want to get him on here too.
Yeah. Mar, when you hear this, you need to get in here ASAP.
Yeah, we're gonna get you on here too. But yeah, so you said modeling. Was it serious? Was you doing it for fun? Like, what was your first
I
what
was just trying to
like?
get my feet wet just to see like what I needed to work on, what I needed to do. And at that time, that was right before I started losing weight because I had started a weight loss journey. So now that I'm down, I haven't really done anything yet. And then quarantine kind of like got us in this like little, thing.
Everybody's scared to be around each other. And
Yeah,
all this,
so
and all this
yeah,
other
of course.
stuff. But we thugging it out.
Once like things get a little bit normal, like I'm gonna go back into it and see what else I gotta tweak and just mess with it here.
It's fun. I mean, like when you do it, like and you do like the runway and everything like that, it's actually like.
Oh, I'm not doing the runway. I'm just doing straight print.
No,
Just shoots and.
I mean the runway.
Yeah, I'm about to say
fun.
the runway might be lit.
It is.
I need to get like my swagger walk and stuff. I don't
will
have
let-
a
no,
walk.
that runway is intense. They
Yeah.
said that's an intense like thing. That you really
Especially,
gotta-
particularly for you guys, because you have to switch so many different clothes and the makeup and
like
the hair
James Bond.
consistently.
Y'all gotta be quick with y'all.
I had to switch an outfit for a walk one time, and it was like so strenuous. It was like, hurry up and take the shirt off. And I'm just like,
Wait, you did a modeling thing too?
Yeah, y'all did this modeling.
Word, so what was your first time? What the hell?
one of the local designers, Raymond Brown. I have like a bill for his clothes. He makes like so he needed like an extra model. So he asked me, and I was like, I've never modeled before, so it's just like sure, I do. It's just like a little fun thing.
Yeah.
And from there on, whenever he needed like an extra model that was like my height, my build, call me.
I got you.
Yeah. We really just are really versatile people.
Just out there saying. I with for modeling and acting, and then podcast. So y'all had separate podcasts or like just separate things, right?
We had separate things going on, and then mine had disbanded around the time when Yatta had invited me to be a guest. And then when we did the first one, he invited me back for a second one, and then he was looking for a co-host, and I was like, why not? He shot it to me, and I was like, sure. What time do I gotta be there? I even brought my kids with me, like everything.
Like yo, we
in there, and we did it from every spot, like every location that we done it from. We like everything was like teamwork.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was like one of the biggest things. Like I knew I wanted to have like a consistent co-host. Like at first I was like rotating guests in the beginning, but it's just like you want to have like somebody steady
that you can build with him. Kind of.
Yeah, and me and Shelly, like we really built like a chemistry with each other. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
And that's hard building a chemistry with somebody too, because y'all just met not that long ago, right?
Yeah.
Like it hasn't even been 4 years.
Honestly, I really thought y'all been best friends forever. Looking at y'all, I swear to God, I swear to God, like when you first came across my page, I'm like, yo, damn, like. I'm like, are they family? I'm like, nah, they gotta be best friends or something. Because the chemistry was there.
Yeah.
It was definitely there. It was definitely
so
there.
it's working.
It's definitely there. I saw it. I'm like, yo, this is dope. So what's y'all with the podcast? Like y'all do it every week, every 2 weeks? Like when y'all record, like what's y'all process for doing it? How y'all come up with y'all topics? Like just walk me through like a regular podcast.
You want to walk him through, Yatta?
Well, yeah. So I mean, because it is like pretty extensive. So initially, like when we first started doing it, Shelly and I would like just convene with like different topics. Like what should we talk about this week? And like we'll talk about like just general topics. Like we do stuff on like relationships, zodiac signs. The whole Popeyes incident. The infamous.
We were there for that traveling, like because I travel a little bit, so
Yeah, so we would really like, every week we would like get to like we would like just message each other, like brainstorm like a few topics and things like that. But then transitioning into like our new location at New Pod City, we would like really wanted to like incorporate guests. So like we were really like geared towards what our guests specialized in. Like the guy Raymond Brown I was talking about, he came on there and talked like more about like, the fashion industry and like marketing and like, how things transition from like, the arts and the culture to like, going into business. This was around the time that Mason Margiela came out with the Nutted on Fives.
Oh my God.
And I was asking him, I was just like, yo, is it like a point of like these high fashion designers or they just doing outlandish shit like
on
this?
Purpose. I feel like they were doing it on purpose. It was on purpose.
To get a reaction.
Yeah. And they got it. They got it from us.
So it's like now with those topics, like, we'll surround our topics like around our guests. You know what I mean? Like, and Shelly and I, we still have like general talks and conversations amongst ourselves and do topics like that.
But recently, since Rona, we've been doing them on Instagram Live. We pick a topic at the beginning of the week, like usually we try, because we try to go live on Wednesdays. Yeah. And we do it there. We go off the vibe.
Y'all deal with politics or nah?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
that's a touchy spot.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that I'm more into. Like, I like politics.
You want to know?
I'm not getting into my politics. None of that.
I do. I think it's interesting.
Yatta knows my stance. I don't overthrow the government, so that's just
anarchist. Let me ask you this though: when you overthrow the government, who's going to take over?
When you do it,
me.
I would not trust it in your hands. I would not.
I'm not gonna overthrow the government and give it to somebody else. That's no.
Yeah, when you take over, you gotta keep it.
I'm keeping it. I'm running it.
I will overthrow you. You gotta get the fuck out of here. Like,
how do you didn't even give my leadership a chance. You didn't even give it a shot. No. He just is like, as soon as she gets in there, get her up out of there. Like,
take it over.
What?
I'm like, Shelly, where's my SSI?
You ain't getting it. You keep on overthrow me, bitch. I'm throwing you in the jail. Putting you in Alakazam, whatever the jail is. Alcatraz. Throwing you all the way up in there.
I thought you was talking about Prisoner of Azkaban. I was just
I would put you in there too. Azkaban, wherever you gotta go.
See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. The chemistry there. The chemistry. That was like a minute of them just having fun. That's what I'm saying. Y'all chemistry is dope. So that's why I said when y'all do your episodes, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's already there. Because when I did the other podcast, me and my co-host, we knew each other forever. Mm-hmm. So that's why the chemistry was there. But this other podcast that I seen out there, they need to put the mic down because it ain't it.
Yeah.
So that's why I said the chemistry is always dope when people are doing the podcast. That's key, y'all. So all right. So y'all pick y'all guests. Y'all pick y'all topics. Y'all have them come on. So, who are the guests? How y'all find the guests? Like, how y'all find the guests?
We'll basically, I'll tell Shelly, like, pick a guest, and then I'll pick a guest. And, we find somebody, like, that's really, like, involved in something. Yeah. Like, we wanted to, like, pick people in the community, like, that had things to talk about. And, like, we wanted to get, like, shine light on certain people, but, like, also make sure that they had, like, a topic to talk about. We don't want to get any Tom, Dick, and Harry on the show and just, like...
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And they,
so it's, like, kind of like a purpose.
Yeah.
With behind
and we
it.
also want to highlight the good that's going on around us, because a lot of the times I've noticed through podcasts they talk about more like entertainment, like gossip and things like that.
Yeah, that get old.
Where it's like we actually bring people on there who are like doing something positive, either for the community, for people in general, individuals, like all that. So we try to keep it like inclusive to that, but also when you step away from it, you take away something from it. You learn something from us, like from the podcast. You take away something and are like, damn, like, I could think about it like that.
And people also feel like they know you too.
Yeah.
That's it's the connection. What you was about to say.
And it's not just like, like not just all about like being informative, like, oh yeah, well, welcome to Yatta Debates in 60 minutes. Like we make it entertaining, like, like.
Well, yes, we're still regular people at the end of the day, so it's still
even if
like
we're talking about
real
like
life shit,
credit and taxes, or like, how to present yourself in like an interview, or like, like dealing with our like creative processes or things like that. Like, we make it entertaining and informative. So like when you listen to it, like, yeah, you having a good time, but you walking away with something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
that's what we try. Like, I'm more the spiritual person in the group. Yada's more like the logical person. Like,
you just going to assume to know me.
It's a balance between y'all.
You just going to assume to know me like that? Like I just operate completely off logic? I mean, you're not lying, but I'm just saying.
I just wanted to just say that it was for the record that I didn't lie on camera. Okay.
For the record.
I'm not logical like that. Like, I'm really into like go with your intuition. If you follow me, it's all about good
follow
vibes.
The gut. Yeah, follow
it's
the gut.
Good vibes and all that good shit.
Yeah, trust me, I got that off the long distance relationships out there.
So you brought it up. How y'all feel about that?
Oh, see, we had a whole debate about that.
Oh yeah, we gonna bump heads.
I believe in this. Like, I believe that anything you put effort into is going to grow. You put effort into it, it's gonna grow. That's my thing. Long distance relationships will work as long as everybody puts effort into it, communication, and there's trust. If there's no trust, no relationship work, no matter how near or far you are.
I said it's situational. Like I said I'm not gonna like meet somebody off the internet and like.
Why not? Catfish is a thing, and they got 8 seasons.
See how they normalize that?
But she was making it when we was presenting the topic. She was just like, "Yeah, y'all just hop on the plane and go meet the person." I'm just like, I don't know this fucking person.
We not doing that. I can't do that. I gotta know you already. And then if you move away, then I can do that.
He gets it.
I'm not doing no whole meeting a random.
I'm taking a leap of faith.
Kiana, what is your stance?
My stance is you don't really know a person fully in depth anyway. So regardless if you know them for 5 minutes or you know them for 29 years, if you want to meet that person and you want to develop a connection with that person, you're going to do whatever it takes and you're going to trust that person. You're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. You feel me? And you're just going to go with it because you know it feels right. That's how I feel.
My mic is smoking.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I don't know if she was expecting me to ask her, but the way she presented it, she was like so elegant. I wasn't expecting
that response.
Kudos to you.
No, that is true. If you really want it, then it's gonna work. It'll definitely work. But I'm still I'm
not. And like I said the situation is like if I met the person and like we kept in contact, we maintained the friendship, and it was like, oh yeah, come see me then. But I'm not gonna be like jumping off the bridge like come fly out see me. I'm just like nah.
All right.
So you wouldn't fly her out though?
You said what? Huh? Wait, say that
again. Make sure you're speaking to the mic.
You wouldn't fly her out though?
From where?
That's what I'm saying. What's the distance for the long distance relationship?
Okay, let's say she was in California. Would
you
fly her out?
Yeah, I'm good. We cross country, baby. But go ahead. California.
Wow.
But how long y'all been dating?
Y'all met each other on Facebook and y'all been talking for 6 months.
No, I'm not.
But like she said, we don't really know anybody.
You don't.
So it's like,
and they're having a sale on the tickets.
Could, fuck you over.
They trying to get us, bro.
Just as easy as somebody far away.
Let me ask you this. Right? So,
hold it down. He's turning the Yatta the base right here.
I'm gonna ask you said question, right? So you want to meet this person, right? They live in California.
Okay.
You pay for your ticket, your hotel.
No, see, I'm not doing that.
All right.
No, see, I'm not doing that. No, see, I'm not doing that.
All right. So what's the restrictions on the whole flying out?
You gotta fly me out.
Exactly.
You gotta fly me out.
You must think I'm Rick Ross.
No.
You must think I'm Rick Ross.
Or you can fly yourself out to me and you can find a hotel next to me and we could meet up like that. But I always felt like the man should always want the woman more than the woman wants the man. You feel me?
Why?
Because it'll last longer that way. Men, they get... I don't know if it's like something that comes off with the clingy type. They get like... They want to push that away. Like, they like their freedom. I feel.
Yeah, I can't.
So like,
I'll be like my freedom.
Exactly. Like,
so
she hit it on the head.
He's gonna put in all the effort he can to get you.
Exactly. So if he knows that she's not that way or whatever, or
but I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
What do you mean? Like, now you could tell if a woman's really clingy, like when you're first texting her.
Yeah, facts.
You can.
Y'all know
you can tell a lot about a person in the way they communicate with you in the first 5 minutes of you knowing them.
All right, but what if I'm not a good texter? I suck at texting.
If you're not a good texter, I feel like you need to work on your communication because that's.
but see, that's the thing.
Or you can call the person.
I'm a phone person. I'd rather call than
you can
text.
communicate that to the person that you're talking to. Like, I'm not really a texter. Like, communication is key. So you could just tell them, I want to talk on the phone. Okay. I would love to hear your voice.
Yeah. They do that?
Yeah, because I feel like shit gets lost during text messages. Like, you don't really know my tone. Because I could be LOL, you look deaf, and be straight faced the whole time. And put mad and laughing emojis, be straight as hell. So I do agree with that.
And like I said, I one of my biggest arguments was like this. Like, even when you dating a person, I said you don't really truly understand them until you live with them. You know what I mean? Until
I'm not shacking up with
I'm a
nobody.
big believer in that. I'm a big believer in that.
I really do believe that.
I'm
I'm not
say
shacking up with no.
That is true.
Because you can stay the night at a person's house for 6 days, 7 days a week because you always can go home. But when you live with that person, you ain't going home. That's
Every day
home.
you wake up to that same
That's
morning
home.
breath. That's
I lived
same
with somebody
everything.
before. I understand that. I did it at a young age.
Y'all do that, and then for what? If y'all wasn't supposed to be that way, like if the relationship really wasn't supposed to be that long, now y'all in the relationship for what? 6 months for nothing, living together, sharing a spot, sharing responsibilities for what?
And I mean, and
I did it for
then
like 2 years.
And then you gotta like consider that, like, so when you're doing long distance and you looking for something to flourish, like, what's the speed of the relationship? You know what I mean?
There's no
Like,
time. I feel like there's no time. You know when you want something to flourish with somebody. You just know.
I do feel like there has to be a talking between the two people of when you're eventually going to meet up to, pursue that type of lifestyle together.
Yeah,
communication.
Exactly.
You have to communicate. Like, look, I want
There
a
has to be some
deeper
type of talk
relationship.
of
I don't
that.
want to vibe with you. I want us to be exclusive, do exclusive shit.
You can't be
boyfriend,
long
I'm
distance
your
forever.
girlfriend. Like,
I'm gonna tell you
one
like
of us,
this.
somebody's gonna have to make a sacrifice in a long distance relationship. That's what it boils down to, sacrifice. And that's something that's big in relationships that a lot of people are selfish about. They don't want to make sacrifices or compromise for their partner. Everything has to be about themselves.
I will, but not for somebody I met on the internet.
No.
I'm just all right. Let's put it in perspective, right? So I meet you, right? Like we meet personally, like face to face. We have like a conversation. We exchange numbers. We talk consistently, right? Mm-hmm. And you say, well, I'm going to be moving down to let's say Florida for something. But because I've already had an interaction with you, because I've already met you, because I already have like some kind of insight about you on a face to face level, and like been able to read just certain like body languages and things like that. That's something that I feel like is more viable than me meeting you like right now, like as opposed to like, oh yeah, let me look her up on Facebook. Like, oh yeah, she's cute. Let me talk to her. I don't know. It's
I
just
have no comments.
It's different. It's just different.
Why
I don't
not?
know. For
I
me.
pleadeth the fifth. Please.
That's all I'm saying. So like I said, in the situation
Listen,
where like
I'm gonna just say this. Like I said previously, I met people offline that I did not know from a can of paint. But I mean, I verified that they was who they were. I ain't getting catfish. And
so y'all
it
never
turned into things like it either been turned into relationships, friendships, whatever. But I met people that way. You never know. It's just like going to a bar and meeting random people. It's the same thing.
See, but it's not, because in a bar I can see you.
and I could read your body language.
I mean, I guess, but
I get what you're saying, but it's like it's still.
I don't know, but I went to bars and people will see me in the bar and then will go home and message me on Facebook like, I saw you in the bar, and I'm like, why didn't you say something?
All right, so the internet makes it
easier to communicate
to talk to people, because like you said, somebody will see you out and about, won't say that to you, but DM me when you get home.
I've been told that I don't look like I'm easy
approachable.
to approach. Yeah, like it looks like I've been told I look stuck up, but it's just not true. But when they do message me, I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, I was not expecting that from you, and it's like, why? What were you expecting? Like me to be like, oh my god, no.
I knew you was a nutcase from the rip.
Yeah, you said what?
I knew you was a nutcase from the rip though.
Oh my god.
And that's what I'm talking about, body language. When I first met Shelly, she would not stop smiling. She's like, I'm like, yeah, she's fucking crazy. Like, she got problems. So it's things like that when I'm talking about like reading body language. It's things like that. I'm just like, yeah, she's.
But I'm a nutcase for my Facebook too.
Yeah. So.
I posting wild stuff on the book.
Listen, I have no filter in real life, online, wherever. Anybody can
get
it.
Shit, that's how it's supposed to be.
Listen, I can only be me, so I'm gonna stay 100% authentic and be myself. That's it.
I gotta be mindful about what I post, because I be wanting to say.
That's because y'all be for the man. I'm not for the man.
I be wanting to say some shit, and I'm just like, nah, let me behave myself today.
I be the same way. I be posting stuff. I be like, nah, let me chill.
I have no chill.
I'm like, let me fall back.
Only reason why is because it's like my family be on the internet.
My family's on there too. I be like, listen, I ain't got. If y'all put up with the heathenry, y'all know the real me. I'm sorry, y'all.
she's enjoying this over there. She's like,
because she leaves on the regular. Like this is really like.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, all right. So y'all ever get into some heated debates? Like yo, I ain't talking to her after this. Or I ain't talking to him after this. It's always been peaceful afterwards.
Well, listen.
No, it wasn't.
I knew I was gonna get to it. Let's hear it.
Me and Yatta, listen. We bumped head a few times.
Yeah, I think it was a situation where things was like really picking up for like the podcast, and I was like taking a lot of foot on like really like getting more like, oh yeah, we should do like interviews with this and this. She was like, you gotta let me know ahead of time and include me in these meetings. And I'm just like, yo, we on go mode. Like,
I'm like, slow your ass down and let me know when incorporate me. Don't be making plans without me and be calling it Yatta Debates, because I will change the name to Yatta and Shelly Debates.
So which we call it? So that was the only, but that wasn't even like a publicized debate. That was just something that me and Shelly was just like,
listen, we keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
On the show, we chill.
But it was one of those.
I'm trying to strangle him like Bart Simpson.
It wasn't on purpose. It was just, you was just in your zone. But you had to correct it. Y'all corrected it, and then y'all moved on.
That's really it.
Yeah. Did we correct it?
He said, we're gonna correct it right now.
Actually, now that you brought it up,
I'm just saying. I was thinking about it.
I mean, Yatta, now that I think about it, I kind of got thrown in the show today, but it is what it is. I'm here now.
Look, we here.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm just like, when I find out, I'll let you know. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just like, when I find out the information, I alley you over to you. I'm like, yo, it's this.
He let me know
this
ahead of time.
Boom.
He let me know like a week ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah. See.
So
y'all communicate.
We do.
It's there.
We get on each other's nerves sometimes.
And it's hard. Like
you say you're a Capricorn?
Yeah.
What's your sign?
Gemini.
He's Gemini. So
we get on each other's nerves sometimes. Yeah. I mean, that's just like part of the dynamic.
I'm stubborn.
What's your sign?
Scorpio.
That's why she has like the seductive, mysterious energy over there. It's like a dark cloud over there right now. That's really it. Like like it's kind of like balance. Like with
yeah. So
is it balanced or all balanced?
A little bit of both.
So my 3 goals for this show is the normalize the situation, put it in perspective, and reality check it. So we already kind of put a lot of things in perspective. Mm-hmm. So let's normalize, like, can we normalize podcasting now in 2020? Like, is it kind of normal, or is it still kind of a new thing? And do y'all feel like what y'all doing is normal, or is it like out of the ordinary? Like, is it how y'all feel?
When we began, I felt it was out of ordinary because when I was looking, there wasn't really a lot of podcasts that cater to our audience. Like, it's either you have a sports podcast, like it's very specific, the podcast that I ran across, whereas now everybody's more homey. It's more like, more, I feel like it's more normal now. Like, everybody's starting to pick up that speed from what I've seen from a year ago. But again, I wasn't really into podcasting, so I can't really speak on it too heavily.
And yeah, like I was saying, it's just like, like a lot of the podcasts like I was checking out was like either like really informative or like really entertaining. And I think at the time, like, I was really trying to find that balance between both of them. You know what I mean? And I was like, I think that was always like the core like thing of the show that I wanted to make it stand out. It's just like, we want to be informative, but we also want to be entertaining. Like I said, it's not 60 minutes and it's not like, like Joe Budden's like podcast where it's just like, you can just, so.
Just talking wild, crazy shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just, We
try to keep it with substance, but try to keep it real so that, like, it's us.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Like, even when we talk
like, you're having a conversation, like, you're having a high conversation, like, y'all having a blunt, having a conversation, like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, even when we talking about shit like credit and taxes, like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll talk about, like, motherfuckers, like, trying to flip your taxes and shit like that. Like, but let me get your stimulus check.
That stimulus check. That stimulus check. Everybody trying to flip that stimulus check right now.
You seen that meme? It was just like, babe, did you flip my stimulus check?
And it's like,
it's people dying out here. You worried about a check?
Everybody dead stimulus check.
Yeah, so we try to keep it real. Like, we try to be us, but also instill something in you.
Yeah, because I think you can learn like anything and everything from any situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like no matter what you do, whether you no matter how you look at it, you could walk away with like something like, damn, I never like really looked at it like that way. You know what I mean?
And that was kind of my goal for this show. It's like, it's really called the First Fucking Time Podcast. But some people don't like hearing fucking, so I just say FFT. But this goal was to like get people experiences. Like, anybody, y'all can come over here and say whatever. Somebody might take what she said, you said, and run with it. That might help somebody when they hear this tomorrow when I put it out. They're like, damn, I never looked at it like that. Because I didn't look at it long distance relationship like she did. Until she broke it down. I didn't see it that way.
He said, that don't mean I don't agree.
but I didn't
she got a point.
I didn't see it that way, but somebody might take that and be like, you know what? I'll take that into my first time dealing with a long-term relationship. So that was kind of my goal for the show. We're not done yet. But also, so y'all do YouTube, Spotify, Apple? Like, what platforms do y'all get on, or is it just Instagram? Like,
no, all of it. You know, we on YouTube. It started primarily on YouTube, Facebook, and because I always knew like when I started like I want this to be like a video podcast. Like that was like something that was like really important.
People want to see.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like, you know, especially like people in our generation, like we go to YouTube for like everything. You know what I mean? And it was just like, you know, Frank. You know, we were going through Anchor, and then like we teamed up with New Pod City and got on their network and do their distribution. So yeah, you know, we bite right back on Spotify and Apple and all of that. So it's just reformatting it. So
Yatta handles all that good stuff.
Yeah, all
I'm just a face. I'm just a face on the show.
Yeah.
Now I do have you like I do behind the scenes promo and stuff like that. Like I try to.
Yeah, what's your promotion like how y'all go about getting y'all stuff out there to the people?
Yeah.
Because it's cool with the internet. Y'all believe in because I believe in the old school way, meeting people in person. So when they see me, they can feel me. So when they go back and listen to the episode, they can like, oh, I met that person. So I kind of understand what they're saying on the show, because it's kind of a connection. Yeah,
one of the biggest things that we did like initially, like building our base, was like going live, and like a big part of that aspect was like trying to keep like the core values of like the debates, and that's like including the public, so like they can like give their insight. And a lot of people started following the show for that purpose, because they wanted to give their insight and ask questions and like chip in. And then like, you know, again, like just working with people in the community, like that's a great promotion tool, because it's just like you access different networks. So it's just like we might do an episode with like an author, or, you know, somebody from Credit Brilliance, or like a fashion designer. Exactly. And then like they share their videos, and then it branches out. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just a really good way to do it. But yeah, like of course, you know, always, you know, Instagram is like a staple.
The main one.
With this quarantine shit, like I started doing like, you know, like little quarantine debates.
Yeah, I be peeping.
Yeah, and it's just all the way about like finding a way like to adjust yourself to the circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can't necessarily like just count yourself out like, oh shit, the pandemic is going on, my whole shit is blown up. You know what I mean? Like you really just gotta find a way to like reconfigure yourself and just adjust it to the situation. You know what I mean?
Change is inevitable, so we just have to keep adapting.
You either get with it or get lost.
Yeah, like, I mean, and we've seen it so many times. Like, how many businesses have we seen fail because they didn't adjust to, like, the new wave? You know what I mean? Like, nobody really knows how long this pandemic is going to go on.
At all.
You know what I mean? So it's just, like, we still do things to continue pushing the brands. Like, you know, we still selling T-shirts. You know, we still doing, like, little quarantine debates and things like that. Like, just to keep content rolling. You know, still, like, promoting our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. Doing little quarantine debates. It's just, you know, going live on IG. It's just, you know, make adjustments.
Adapt. Like I said, you gotta adapt to it.
For real.
Yeah, because we tried to do it on Facebook, but we couldn't figure out the split screen on Facebook.
They disabled it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think you could really do.
Yeah, they disabled it.
Yeah, so
see, Facebook corny. That's why we're gonna. but Facebook on Instagram. So why can't y'all have? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
All these platforms.
But you got to think about the different types of audiences that are on Instagram and on Facebook.
You got Boosie on Instagram.
Can you imagine a Boosie Facebook live video? People would lose their mind. Like mad Christian people, Christian groups are on Facebook.
Oh my God, they would
lose their mind.
They would go nuts.
And when you think about it, it's just like the difference between like Instagram and Facebook is just like Facebook seems like it's more localized, whereas just like Instagram and Twitter is just like more global. Like you can put your stuff out to like in an audience, and this is the way that I kind of see it. It's just like you can randomly like message or check out somebody on Instagram and Twitter, but when you do it on Facebook, it's creepy. You know what I mean? Like it's, even though it's all social media, it's just like a different dynamic. Like I could tweet somebody on Twitter and it's like not awkward. But you can't.
Twitter, I love Twitter. It's such an open platform, and it's not for the weak-hearted.
For real.
I'm not on Twitter, so I can't relate.
Prime example, Teddy Riley. They chewed him the fuck up on Twitter,
that's a mild roast, okay? They do people so dirty on Twitter. So dirty.
Yo,
if you want to get made an instant meme, you better hope to God nobody gets a clip of you doing something stupid and put it on Twitter. And all they gotta get is the right caption.
Yeah, because that right there, oh my God. Twitter didn't let them live.
I was scrolling on my feed for like 20 minutes cracking up like when he had to do the Chuck E. Cheese at the bed.
Oh my God, Yatta.
But that got sent it to
He
you.
said that to me. I was like,
That's
oh
what
my
I'm
God.
saying, man. Twitter, it's a different world. But yeah, what y'all got coming up next? What y'all want to tell the people, just personally, together, you two also, just whatever you got coming up next. What y'all got?
I'm dropping my mixtape, y'all.
Heard this mixtape. We gonna record you. We gonna record it. We got you. He like, oh my
Shout out to
God.
me. I'm gonna be recording.
If you need a feature, let me know.
I do. Anybody want to be on the feature? Let me know. I'm gonna lay it down for y'all.
What's the price? What's the price?
Listen, right now I'm coming like Nipsey. It's $100 a copy.
Yeah.
Yo, that's funny. That's funny. So mixtape covers like.
But yeah, just to continue following us, on our Instagram at Yatta Debates, YATTA.
Yeah.
And tell them again, how often y'all gonna have the Instagram live debates?
Every week. We didn't do one last week.
And
but we do it every
what
week.
days? You said?
Wednesday.
What
Yeah.
time?
It's usually like 8 o'clock?
7, 8 o'clock.
7, 8 o'clock. Like
At night, right?
Yeah.
I was about to say morning.
We're not
Just
doing
thinking
that. We won't catch the early birds. But yeah, just to continue us following us on our IG at Yatta Debates, because like right now that's like the best way to keep up with us until we get back into like our studio and start producing our YouTube content. But like everything is Yatta Debates, YouTube, Instagram. We got our Teespring store up too. So,
Oh yeah, I peeked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
in the link in bio.
oh what?
The
Well,
link
but-
is in the bio
the
for
link in
the
bio.
show.
Oh yeah,
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 like-
for Teespring, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to support the channel, like of course that's always a great way. You know what I mean? And I tell anybody like whatever you're doing, like I think merchandise is just like a great way because like even through this
Yeah.
pandemic, like it's still been making like t-shirts.
Because we can't go to the mall and buy nothing, so
Yeah.
why not support the local people in your town?
And everybody got that stimulus money, so it's just like I'm supporting.
Come spend it. Come spend it.
Kiana, you want a shirt?
Actually, I really do.
I got some back at the house. Yeah.
But you got last words? You want to say anything? You got something coming up? You just want to peace out? Because you was good today. I like you.
Thank you. I just want to say that I love Yatta Debates. Keep on watching.
Oh, I didn't share the live video.
Oh my God.
And like oh man, and like that, I appreciate y'all, man. It's another episode of FFT. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.